Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. So today, let's discuss one of the topper paper, right? So you have very few days for your final exams, like 2 or 3 days. So that's the reason I've just taken a topper paper. So hege baribeku and how the presentation should be. So presentation matters a lot. Okay, so today we have taken like the one who has got a 70 out of 70. Okay, so that paper we have selected here. So let's discuss that. So for all your second PUC preparation, please follow our channel and please like, share, and subscribe. Okay, so now let's move to the yeah. So as you all know, we have 15 marks MCQs and 5 marks fill in the blanks, right? So you again ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. So first all numbers, you just put off the numbers. Later you should not forget. See, all 20 marks are like completely very important. Okay, so you don't leave like, okay, later let me write and all. Don't write it in a different places. So what you do is first all the numbers are comedy like 1 to completely 15. You just put it over there. Then so MCQs you should be very careful. Okay, you can't just put like, okay, option A, then you might think it's not option A and option B atra hoki. Don't do that mistake. Okay, please, in case if you have 100% confirmation, then please put the options. In case if you don't know, if you want more time to think, then you just leave a space over there at the last, not at the end minute, at least 1 hour before the exam, something, try to complete it. Okay, please don't leave anything blank, guys. Okay, yeah, at least in case if you don't know, at least yadar one option bardit bani. Okay, so that will help you a lot. And then main MCQs you should think a lot. Physics it's something like you might be knowing application based, more questions can be asked. Okay, direct questions but application questions will be a lot. So that's the reason, think twice or thrice. So first read the question very carefully and please read all the options. It's not like, okay, you option and go to final, like please don't do that. Read all the options. In case confused go to the elimination method. Like as I said in my previous video, like out of 4 options, okay, if you think that 1 or 2 options are not compatible, then please ignore that and focus on the remaining 2 options. So this method will help you a lot. So please score complete marks in MCQs. So any toppers or whoever it might be, they find it most difficult in MCQs. MCQs is very challenging. So in this, you should not lose marks, not even a single mark. Then yeah, it's all about, and please, as I said, presentation matters a lot. Okay, so moving to the next, and you have a fill in the blanks. As you all know, 5 fill in the blanks but 6 options irutte. So again, here be careful, especially in physics, because they can ask you like increases, decreases, after options kotirbodu. So while choosing, please opt perfectly, because this is something 5 marks is like, you should get complete 5 marks there. It is like it is very easy also. At the same point of time, it is quite challenging also. Sarina. Next, moving to the third main, guys, you have a 2-mark question. See, here they've asked you the limitations of Ohm's law. They might not give you write 2 limitations. They'll just ask you write the limitations of Ohm's law. Okay, so they have written here 3 points or something for 2 marks. It's better to write 1 point extra. What if that 1 point, if it is not valid or something else? So write 1 extra point. So these are all 2 marks over here. You can just see the Lorentz force. They would ask definition of Lorentz force, and they might have asked the explain the terms. Okay, and here limitations of Ohm's law, which is a very important. Okay, limitations of Ohm's law kelbodu and limitations of Bohr's atomic model kelbodu. These are limitations most expected ones. Okay, and then you have a statement of Lenz law. So and then its significance. Please study the significance, guys, because significance is very important. Most of them will leave the significance. They're just reading Lenz law. So please don't do that. Okay, so Lenz law, along with that, there was the significance. Remember, it follows the law of conservation of energy. Okay, that you can include under significance. Significance is mainly importance. Okay, then there was the uses of microwaves. Even here, that person has written 3 points. Okay, to be on safer side, write more number of points in case if you know that. Okay, and then there was the condition of total internal reflection. Again, I mentioned in my previous video also, this what is that topic, total internal reflection, and its condition is very, very important, guys. It might be CBSE or state, or most of the exams, they will ask this question: what is total internal reflection, or what is critical angle kelbodu, and what are the conditions of total internal reflection. Okay, I've explained in my previous videos. Okay, so here that person has got he or she knows the complete thing. So they've written all the 5 questions over here. So then they have moved to the third main. Even you please do the same thing. In case if you know the other questions also, don't write it in the beginning. Later you can write it. Better write it later, but don't write it along with that, because time management is very important over here. So once you're done with 5 questions of 2 marks, then they have moved to the next main. Okay, that's a 3 mark over here. As you can see, properties of electric field lines. Even here they have written a 4 points. Okay, if they tell you to write 3 points, yes, you can write, and you can write 1 point extra also. As I said, in case by mistake some point, instead of telling like electric field lines start from positive and ends at negative, in that pressure you would have written something in an opposite manner. Okay, so what, of course that will be a wrong point, right? So that's the reason what you do is remaining third point, it's better to write 1 point extra. Okay, so in all the cases, whatever the properties they would have asked or limitations, 1 point or 2 points extra bardidi, it's best. Okay, and then next 30th question, yeah, it's a 3 mark question. That person has got complete 3 mark. And then what is this, capacitance in parallel. See, we want this what to say, like description. Okay, so you can't directly start the derivation. You might have learned derivations in a very simple way. Okay, but still, like write a theory or write it in your own words. Like let us consider two capacitors connected in parallel, applying a voltage. What happens in parallel? Parallel charge gets divided, whereas voltage remains constant. Like this, you can write it. Please write it and complete the paper, guys. Okay, so since you know the derivation, how I'll finish it off. You can finish it in 2-3 lines, but still, when we are giving the marks, we have to look at every parameters over there. Right? So that's the reason. Complete the paper. So just write that statement. However you are learning, write it in the form of a statement. Ashte. Okay. So here, yes. So they have drawn, yes, diagram carries 1 mark over here. So please, wherever the diagrams are required, draw it over there. And then, as I said, charge gets divided and charge formula is Q equals CV. When you substitute, you get Cp equals C1 plus C2. So this is a expected derivation format. Next, conversion of voltmeter to, conversion of galvanometer to voltmeter. No, I just... it was taking too much time. Great. That's okay. Okay, so conversion of galvanometer to voltmeter. They can ask you conversion of galvanometer to ammeter also, conversion of galvanometer to voltmeter as well. So this is again the most expected question, and you guys have done this in your practical also, right? So better, yeah. So here they have written like, conversion of galvanometer to voltmeter. Okay, and yeah, even here the diagram is there. As you know, whenever the circuit diagrams are there, please draw the circuit diagram, because circuit diagram itself will teach you how to derive the concepts. Okay, without circuit diagram, I don't think anyone can do it derivation on their own. Right? So as you don't memorize, so please better draw the circuit diagram. So based on the circuit diagram, I can easily say, right, voltage is constant. Therefore, I've taken V equals Ig times capital R plus G, and then I'll get the shunt, what is the resistance of an ideal voltmeter. Okay, so these are the most expected steps. So remember, first you should write how you convert galvanometer to voltmeter, and then your connection, and then final formula. So that's how the marks are divided as 3 marks. Okay, next Bohr's postulate. Okay, we have 3 Bohr's postulate. You can write a complete 3 Bohr's postulate. Okay, and don't write it in a shortcut. Just please like explain that. Okay, it's very easy also. So please explain. Even here they have written 4 points. See, to be on safer side, that's the reason they've got 70 marks, because 1 extra point they have written. I think they were very confident with all the answers. So 1 extra point. Okay. Next, properties of nuclear forces. In case they're just asking, write the properties of forces, it's better you write 6 points at least. Okay, because it's a 3 mark, right? Some might give, of course, we don't have any half mark system, but still, it's better to write 6 points at least. Okay. Fine. As you know, it's all, see, all are like most expected questions. There's nothing like something new questions are there, right? Since, as you all know, you might be following the model papers and all. So all these questions have come in the model paper. Okay, refer this year's model paper, previous year model papers, and preparatory papers, quarterly papers. So all this, if you are referring, then I think your preparation is almost 90%. Okay. Fine. Now moving to the part D. Again, you would have observed here 3 mark question. All 5 they have written it completely over here. Okay, they have not written anything extra just to save the time. Fine. Now moving to the part D, it's a derivation 5-mark question. Again here, whenever you are doing any derivation, little small explanations are required, and then you can just draw the like wherever the charge is placed at that particular point, the charge experience the force, that you can write it, and then you will be deriving. Okay, so you can see here completely they've ended the derivation till here. So complete 5 marks they have got it. Okay, and yeah, I have seen like in few papers, they don't write like equation number one, equation number two, substitute equation two in one, or compare one and two. Many students miss to write this. Okay, so please don't do that. If you are aiming for complete 70 out of 70, then you should be very careful about very small petty things also. Okay, now moving to the, I hope this is done. Next, it's a Wheatstone network. Again, the most important question. I think in my previous class also I had mentioned this. All the derivations are very important. If you want to know, learn how to derive and all, please refer the videos which we have done it previously. Okay, so here, yes, see, small explanation is there. Very simple explanation. You don't have to write something very big, long explanation. Okay, in a very simple sentence, like let us consider 4 resistors and they're arranged in the form of a network, and galvanometer is connected in the between B and D. Like that, you can just mention. Okay, and what is a balancing condition for Wheatstone network? Where current through the galvanometer should be zero. Therefore, what happens? Applying that Kirchhoff's laws, you will get the final formula. Okay, so finally you should end for P by Q equals R by S. Okay, so this completes the 5 marks. Even here you can see 5 equation 5 equation 6, divide equation 5 by 6, like this. They have clearly mentioned the steps. Okay, see, you have more number of sheets, you will be having the extra sheets. Okay, so don't finish off any derivations in half a sheet or something. Please try to make use of the complete spaces over here. As you can see, they have left one line. Okay, and then it's all like they've completely merged everything and they've come to one derivation. See, many students will be knowing the derivations perfectly, they will be knowing. Okay, they would have not even memorized, but when it comes to the presentation they fail. Okay, and they might not get complete 5 marks because presentation carries marks. So how you're presenting also matters a lot. Okay, fine. Now moving to the 41 question, as I mentioned, it's a most expected question. What is rectifier? And explain the full wave and half wave rectifier. Okay, I think in my all my classes I keep mentioning this. It's a most important question. Okay, even in this particular paper, yes, it appeared, and you can see what is rectifier. Okay, it's a sub question. So I mean, some might forget what is a rectifier. They would have not written also. Okay, so don't do that. Please read the question. How many questions are there? So complete that. What is rectifier? And explain the full wave rectifier. Okay, so that's how they have explained it over here. And yeah, drawing the waveforms also matters, guys. They have drawing input, what is a waveform, and output, what's a waveform, and input at B, input at waveform at A and B, they have mentioned, and output waveform. Okay, and how that diode is getting converted to full wave rectifier. So this much explanation is also required. See, these are the important points. Yeah, and I wanted to mention it this, like how in other subjects like languages and all, you underline the important points, right? So please do underline even in physics also. Okay, it's not just writing. See, now here D1 is forward bias, D2 is forward bias, like that we mentioned, right? Please underline that point. Okay, so that's something where it highlights. That's the most important point in this particular concept, like that. Okay, so try to underline the important ones. Okay, now next moving to the numerical part. Okay, so numerical, okay, I'll tell you one trick, like learn from current electricity. In case if you're finding it difficult with the numerical, learn mainly from the current electricity. Try to solve all the numericals from current electricity, from alternating current mainly. Okay, and then moving to the ray optics, or now this one, what is that? Our wave optics. Okay, so I think these are something from where you have to be like thorough with the numericals. So as you know, like we have like we can write any two numerical, right, out of 4. So it's better you focus on these chapters perfectly. It's not like, okay, not like a surface level. You have to go in depth and solve complete numerical part. Okay, so that's how they have solved here. First, as I said, first always given and then formula. Please write the formula. Okay, it's like some people will be like, they'll be knowing the questions. Okay, they'll be knowing the answers for that particular question. In excitement, they'll forget to write the formula. Where formula carries marks over here. Okay, so please don't forget to write the formula. Formula itself will carry the marks, and how you're substituting carries the marks, and final answer also carries marks. That's the reason it is divided as totally 5 marks. So just like that, we can't give 5 marks, right? So everything should be there, guys. From the given till you end with the SI unit, everything should be there in the numerical. Okay, so here I think they've asked very simple formula. What is that surface charge density they would have asked, and you are supposed to find the charge. Okay, so final answer you can keep it in millicoulomb also. They have kept it in MC, right? No problem, you can keep it in milli. And then yeah, the other sub question is they've asked the electric field here, and yeah, you should be knowing their SI unit also. Electric field SI unit is volt per meter or Newton per coulomb. See, finally the answer is till here they have ended. And then oh yeah, there is one more sub question also. ABC is there. Okay. So finally, what is the electric field inside? They would have asked. Okay, you need not prove and all. We know that electric field inside, because charge is zero, means electric field will also be zero. You can just tell all these, and then finally you can write it as zero. Okay, and then yeah, see, as I mentioned, the 43rd question is from current electricity. Okay. Okay, see, this is from current electricity. So please, again here, applying a Kirchhoff's voltage law and all they have applied, and then finally they have got the final answer. See, even the answer also they have highlighted like this. Okay, it's better to do that. Fine. Then see, again, this question is from AC, guys. See, if you are thorough with these two chapters, done, no, out of four, any 2 months, you can do it. Okay, I mean, it's just like not for everyone. In case, only in case if you're struggling with the numericals, such students, what you do is please be thorough with these particular chapters. Okay, fine. And here, yeah, they've asked capacitance. I think this is the most expected question. Resonance means XL will be equal to XC. Inductive reactance will be equal to capacitive reactance. Okay, and then they've asked the impedance. Fine. Next question is from ray optics. I mentioned it, right? Ray optics. Yeah, see, even in case if you are okay with the ray optics, even yes, so you will be able to this question also. So this person has attempted almost 3-4 question, I guess. So it's better in case if you know how to derive it, it's better to attempt all the questions. Anyways, it's at the end. Numerical is at the end, right? So till here, if you have attempted all the question, try the numerical, and if you have time, you can attempt the remaining questions also. Who knows? There, in case if the in the main part, if you have written something and if it is wrong, okay, and here somewhere you would have got the marks. Okay, so in this person case, I think there everything was perfect. So that's the reason whatever they have written, they've all mentioned it as extra. It's correct, but still it is all the extra questions. So that's the reason, that's how they have covered the complete 70 marks over here. Okay, so yeah, question paper will be very easy when you would have done a very good preparation. So I think you should aim for complete 70 out of 70. Anyways, in practicals also you would have done well, right? Most of them would have done well, and you would have got 30 out of 30. So why not here 70? So totally 100 if you're getting is something a good thing, right? Okay, so I think this completes the topper paper. Now, how do you like start your preparation is, yeah, so as I said here, once you always have to see how the writing and presentation over here. Okay, so in physics always start from the basics. Okay, so first always like start from the SI units. Okay, so list down all the SI units from the first chapter till the end. Whatever quantities we have, list all the SI units. Okay, that's the first step. What you have to do, please make a list of it. You have 2 days time. I mean, the one who have attended like Kannada subjects, you guys have 2 days time, right? You can do it. Okay, so first list all the SI units, and then list the laws. Oops. Okay, laws. Okay, or principles, whatever laws we have, like Ohm's law, Kirchhoff's law, many laws are there. Gauss law, first is Gauss law, and electrostatics, Gauss law, and magnetism, most of the laws, right? Okay, we had selected all the laws in the beginning. So take all the laws, practice. Everything you just practice. Okay, then you will move to the properties. Properties of electric field lines, properties of magnetic field lines, and the properties of nuclear forces. Like this, so many questions are there. So list all the properties and keep it ready. And then you can take a differentiate questions. Okay. So differentiate between polar, non-polar molecules, or differentiate between intrinsic, extrinsic semiconductors. Okay, like this p-type, n-type semiconductor, like this many differences are there. So list everything. Okay, and then coming to the skill-based questions like drawing. Okay, so drawing is like they might ask you what is electric field lines for positive charge? It is outside, right? So like this, there are so many drawings. Okay, I think when we were listing, we get around something like 20 diagrams were there. Okay, completely. We didn't leave any single along with the diagrams as well as graph. Okay, so try. I mean, keep a search and everything just collate, and then you just study. Okay, I mean, you would have studied all the chapters. While revising, please do this thing. So from the SI units, laws or principles, properties, differentiate, skill based, and then limitations. Okay, we have two limitations basically, like Ohm's law limitations, and then what is Bohr's atomic model limitations. Okay, limitation is something what that law will not be able to explain. That's what is called limitations. Okay, we have only two or three limitations. That's it. That you can study. Finally, you can go for the derivations. Okay, so the derivations, yes, derivations are the most expected ones. Okay, that one complete part will be there of derivations itself. And even in the 3 mark question also, they might ask you a derivation. For example, like prove F equals R by 2 from ray optics, or J equals sigma times E from current electricity. So like this, these are some of the expected 3 mark questions. Okay, so other than this, like we have some of the most expected questions you have. So please prepare complete model papers, guys. Okay, that should be your first step. Complete model paper and all the preparatory papers. Like this, try to solve more number of model papers. Okay, so I think that's it. I hope I've covered everything. Okay, so fine. All the best, guys. Yeah, do well. So whatever you have prepared, it should not go for a waste. Okay, so since you have given your 100% preparation whole year, at the last minute, please don't lose the confidence and try to remember everything, because retention matters a lot over here. Like many students will forget the steps to derive, or in many cases, many things can happen, and in the calculation also, basic mathematics, some students might do wrong. So please don't do such silly errors. Okay, so try to reduce all that. Please, not reduce completely, don't do such errors itself. Okay, so that's it. Okay, thank you all.